So we did some process management last time to see what's going on our computer. Hit top, and top shows, wow, look at all those RCUOB processes. What the heck are those? Top shows the process ID, the user that owns the process, how much resources he's using, how long he's doing it, and at the top of top we have CPU statistics, including load average at the top. Remember, load average should never exceed more than should be just under twice the amount of CPU cores. Shouldn't get above that. We have memory statistics, and we get out of this by pressing Q. The other thing we learned was PS-EF, which gives you all of them, and we do a filter with the piping it to grep to look for something specific. We grep for SSH. We see the process and its ID and the name of the process here. And we learned that if we want to stop the process suddenly, ungracefully, we do kill and the process name. Sometimes I use kill-9. Sometimes processes are stubborn, so kill-9 will just kill even the most stubborn processes. We also talked about process IDs. And you see that in, for instance, SSH, that it tells you where the PID file is. In the configuration. We didn't find this in ours because we were looking at something, an incomplete version of Linux. But here's a version. The PID file, var run sshd PID. It's commented out, which means that that's the default, and there's no need to put it in there. But if we wanted to change it, we would uncomment it. Var run. Which is where a lot of PID files are. Now we see sshd.pid. So we cat that. It just gives the number of the process. The 1377. And then it's the process ID. And you see that 1377, according to PS, is the process ID. So in here you have a lot of other things. You have iPrint, this is a printing thing, and all kinds of other stuff. There's the cron, PID. And a process will, so it can keep itself isolated from duplicate processes and know when it's on and off, will write this process ID file. And that's most of what we did. We troubleshooted SSH, but that, I can't really reproduce that in this demo. So if we look at our history, we see top, looking from 91 down, top PS, grep, which is a filter. We grep for a PID. In SSH config, we saw the PID location. And when we looked at the cat, the PID, we found the number. Some other things that have been causing a little trouble that I should go over is when to use spaces or not. Basically, it's command space dash switch, like R, K, or L, space, whatever you're doing it on, or whatever other parameters there are. We'll have cat space file name, or we'll have ls switches dash L directory name. PS dash EF. EF, I don't even remember what EF does, but I always use EF with PS, so there's also AUX, which does a little bit different stuff, which we don't have to get into now. So it's command space dash switches space dash whatever it is else. That's one thing. The other thing I didn't mention was the comment section, commenting out a file and what that means. So we looked at process ID, and you see on these files that begin with a pound sign, a hash sign like this, that if you insert a line in any file with pound, you can put whatever you want after that and it won't matter because it won't be read. Those are just comments, those are notes for you. It's for human readable stuff. Like you see 2 lines below, it says no default banner path. That's a note to tell you what this command banner none means. And to make something active, you delete the pound, like in the PID file there, and then it will become active. Now, a lot of times in these files, they'll have the default value for something written in, but also commented out, so you know what the default is, and you know what the command is, and if you ever want to change it, you delete the comment, and then change path, whatever it is. So you should be able to read comments and know the difference between that and something configured. You see at the beginning, this is all commented out. It's an explanation of what the SSH does.